And they'll run it here. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, he's got daylight past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Hey, tempo.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And they'll go on the ground. That one, 28 yards on the ground. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. Oh, what a move. And now look at him go. And there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks. Now Wilson down around his goal line. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way. So
now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, tempo, tempo, tempo.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 44 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Wilson on first down. And he finds Tyler Croft. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. A 6. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Gotta go, gotta go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. To throw is Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they'll run it here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's got this down to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are running. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Garner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just a 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser focused.
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries on.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the streak lives as they move to 13-0.